I'm Amanda Cook, and I'm going to talk to you today about osteoporosis. Osteoporosis has had an effect on my life. My aunt is 86 years old and has been treated for osteoporosis for 15 years. During one of her normal daily routines, she tripped on a box in her kitchen, fell on her left side, and broke her shoulder. She had to have surgery to partially replace her shoulder. She was recovering from that for about a month, nicely, going to physical therapy 3 times a week. Getting ready one day, she turned to pick up her purse, felt her leg break, and fell to the floor. She had broken her femur. Surgery to repair this was a little bit more extensive than the shoulder, as they had to put a steel rod through the middle of her femur bone to make it more stable. This is how osteoporosis works though. A simple trip or fall can turn into a much more serious injury. This has been my personal experience with osteoporosis, and my aunt, who has always been active and always the caretaker of the family, is in an assisted facility waiting to feel stable enough to go home. As it is not always preventable, there are ways to reduce the risk of osteoporosis. I will define osteoporosis and give you information on the risk factors and preventative measures. Osteo means bone, porosis means porous. It is a disease that causes deterioration of the bone. As you can tell from this picture, this bone is broken due to osteoporosis, as this is a healthy bone and is much more dense than the broken bone. The bones become weak and fractures become much more common. A simple fall can easily break a bone. There are people that are more likely to develop osteoporosis than others. Hereditary is the #1 risk factor. The other risk factors include whether you're male or female, whether you smoke or not, whether you have regular exercise or not, how well have you lived your life, and how well are you living it now. According to the National Osteoporosis Foundation, or NOF, 10 million people have been diagnosed with osteoporosis. 8 million, or 80% of those, are women. You cannot feel your bones growing weak or prevent it. It can be inherited or the result of another disease, such as hyperparathyroidism, you cannot absorb calcium with hyperparathyroidism, or people who take medication that have steroids in them. As you can see from this picture, food can also help with the risk. You can eat green leafy vegetables, dairy, or fish. These are great for healthy bones. Calcium and vitamin D are crucial to the healthier bones. Calcium gives strength to your bones. Vitamin D helps your bones absorb the calcium. Like me, if you love dairy, you can't have it. Therefore, a supplement is necessary. You would take calcium and vitamin D to help with the absorption. As I found on WebMD.com, bone structure and body mass also play a role. Smaller, more petite women have less bone mass and are at an increased risk of osteoporosis than larger women. Osteoporosis also affects all bones. This illustration shows the 3 most common, which are wrist, hip, and vertebrae fractures. If you think about it, when you fall, you put your hand out and you fall and you land on your hip. According to the NOF, 1 in 2 women or 1 in 4 men over 50 will have an osteoporosis related fracture in their remaining years. Out of the 6 women here, half of us will have a fracture related to osteoporosis after we're 50. Eating healthy and exercise can help increase chances of stronger bones for a better quality of life in later years. I hope that I have given you guys enough information about osteoporosis to help you make better choices in your life. Sometimes you can't prevent it, but you can reduce your risk. Thank you.